3.
Welcome home to Big Apple Mountain Tower. I'm Mike Rusnak.
I'm Everest Hall. We're going to do a quick little video on what is going on with these drones, quote unquote, in Jersey and all over the United States and all over the world.
It's a little bit of an eye roll from me. Hey, you know what?
What?
We've been hearing about this for about 2 months now.
Yeah.
And every headline is mystery drones, mystery drones, mystery. And I don't buy that.
I don't think there's a mystery.
I really don't. UFOs, aliens, yes, I believe in them. I do.
Mm-hmm.
Do I believe that these are? I don't think so. I think that this is more of a psychological operation.
I think it's mixed.
I think, and I think that there is a UFO activity mixed in there too.
Right.
That's kind of being obscured by this. But these drones have FAA regulated lights, the green and red light and the white tail light. And they also make noise. So I think that, these are absolutely concrete, man-made, and that let's see what the cards
let's talk a little bit more. Let's talk a little bit more.
Let's look at what the cards
Now, before we get into the cards, we're in New Mexico.
We see a bunch of stuff here.
We see a bunch of stuff up here. We don't see this. So what we're going on is YouTube information.
Mystery drones.
Mystery drones. So there's a lot of conjecture.
More questions than answers.
On YouTube. We're also going by the news reports from the old stable, whatever news stations. And I've been, I'm a little bit more open on this idea. We were watching a really interesting video from a
remote
viewer who was saying that these are alien tech, and it's a alien tech that morphs and mimics our reality, and that is softening the
I think that could be.
It could be.
But also, the more that's reported, the more people are going to put up their drones and say, what's going on? Let's see. And then that's adding to the confusion.
And what's, I think, really interesting is the top government is really silent, really obscure, really kind of evasive. The local government, all these sheriffs and mayors and these small kind of small nut and bolts common townships are out and talking about it and really questioning what's happening. And it seems like a very strange operation. I don't deny that it's some sort of psychological op, but let's see what's happening here. Are they human? Are they alien?
First card.
Okay, there's a lot of stuff coming out.
Yeah.
All right, so 8 of Swords. These are passions.
These are passions. These are feelings. These are human emotions, kind of buckshot. And when there's this much confusion, ask who is putting out the information.
Right.
Who is it? Listen
to
what
they trustworthy sources?
Are they trustworthy?
Are they trustworthy?
Or are they thriving on sensationalism?
Do you trust News Nation? Do you trust MSNBC? Do you trust YouTube? I trust YouTube a little bit more than News Nation.
Crossed by completion of a cycle.
Happy families.
Happy family. This is the need to have everything explained and packaged in a easy to read guide.
Or these could be the lovely people just minding their business in their suburban neighborhoods in Jersey on the beach, and all of a sudden there's this full emotional experience that's happening to everybody. There's the mom and the pop and the kids. Maybe here's the UFOs kind of coming in.
It's a sense of adventure, and everyone's kind of swept up and put into the same bucket.
Okay.
Above the world.
Okay. In the top of our minds, the world. This is happening on the world stage. This is also having to do with limitations. This is about the world card has to do with Saturn. So it's limitations of our understanding. It's also happening at night. So it's a limitation of what we can see and what we can visualize.
This could very well have something to do with showing power and might to
the
the
world.
world. Yes, to our adversaries. Right?
It could be the UFOs showing their power and their ability to project. Now, there's like, let's say 50 of them appear at night, and they're perhaps the size of a refrigerator. How much does that cost, and who's making them if they're man-made, and why is there no company coming out being like, oh yeah, this is my product?
And the military
Is saying, don't worry
is
about it.
saying, yeah, that it's not a threat. We don't know what it is, but it's not a threat.
There's no perceived threat.
And then the next day they turn and say, okay, there are drones.
They're planes.
They're planes. And it's like, well, there's a little
Okay,
bit of
Mayorkas.
everything going on. Below, 4 of Wands.
A marriage.
Yes.
So here we have again, this is kind of like the 10 of Cups. We have the people celebrating and kind of welcoming us. Interesting.
Behind, we have the 6 of Swords.
Going to warmer waters, a transitional Swords of Thoughts.
This is more moving to a place where we show that we need more funding for this technology, right?
Is this an op by the government to get more funding for the government? But why would they need to do that? They have all the money.
I think that it's a study. Yes, they need to show the necessity for more funds.
Okay, let's see the next one.
Before.
Okay. Here's a message coming through.
Swift new message. This is softening the ground for the next
phase?
The next phase, yes. It's blowing everyone's dopamine, getting everyone into the same camp where we're fearful and easy to steer. Question everything right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely everything. Question everything.
But also,
you know what happens when what you're seeing and what you're hearing makes no sense. Remember, that was the last bit of advice from last week. Like, look, keep your eyes open, keep your ears open. But what happens when it makes no sense at all?
When it makes no sense, you have to feel.
Yes. You have to intuit.
Intuition. What does our intuition tell us about this? Now, of course, intuition individually is kind of connected to our what we want to happen. But we have to kind of see through what we want to happen and accept possibilities that aren't what we particularly individually want, Mr. Hall.
Yeah. Keep your expectations very loose.
Very loose, because we don't know what's up.
Yeah, keep curious. Don't numb out. Don't get mad. Don't get mad.
No, don't get mad. Don't get mad. Don't get mad.
Yeah, people love hearing "don't get mad." The attitude of this energy. Queen of Swords.
Okay, so now in our last video for this full moon, we were talking about how intellectually the energy is really kind of muddy and confusing. Neptune is in the works here. There's a T-square to Neptune between the sun and the moon that's happening. And, I kind of see like we're down here, but the attitude is trying to find clarity. Like, what is the situation here? There's a legal aspect to the Queen of Swords also, where she really holds a lot of authority and judgment.
This is feminine power too, though.
It is feminine
Well,
power.
yeah, and
Receptive power.
Things are going to change very quickly from here. Environment.
Oh, God.
The environment.
Okay.
Right?
All right. So 2 of Wands. Wands are passions. We have this fellow who's looking at the world. Here we go. We have the world again. And we're looking at the world and we're plotting a strategy. The strategy has 2 passions. One is buckled to our tower. Imagine a defensive tower.
This is social media studies.
You
That's
know,
what's going on here. Yeah. Yeah, the next phase is coming, but it's not quite ready.
yeah.
We're still looking at what can be gotten away with?
What can be got away with? The plan, the strategy is enormous. It's a world strategy from someone on a parapet looking down and manipulating the world as if it was in their hand.
Hopes and fears. Yeah.
Okay, what
More
do we say?
questions than answers television, right? Hopes
All
and
right.
fears, have all these ideas. It could be aliens, it could be psychological operation, it could be warfare, it could be vigilantes, it could be new militia, it could be...
So
Yeah.
here we have paranoia. We have our thoughts encasing us, trapping us. We can't see or move because of the paranoia and the swords in the ground. But if we look to our intuition, if we feel what the waters of our intuition, using the word again, are, we can kind of walk our way out of this paranoid state of consciousness, which has to do with not being able to do anything, not being able to see anything. You don't know what it is. You can't see it. You can't touch it. You can't shoot them down.
Yeah.
They're over our air bases.
Be incredibly discerning, right? But keep breathing. Yeah. Final outcome.
Oh my God.
Interesting.
Hey, didn't we get this card for the week?
We sure did. Yeah. Face forward. Eyes open, ears open.
It's an authority.
Don't accept, right, yes. Question everything. Don't accept the explanation right away. Just think about it for a while. Think about it. Even be quiet about it. Don't react. Just keep watching. Keep watching what's happening.
Right. There's an authority coming through.
Yeah, I do not buy that people do not know what these things
No,
are.
of course.
I don't at all buy that.
Right.
No.
Leaving it to the local governments. Not telling the local government what's up. I really seriously doubt that the sheriffs of these local townships in Jersey are in cahoots with the CIA. That seems really
That doesn't seem
right.
No.
So there's this king authority, this intellectual authority that's soft and malleable. We have a lot of malleable energy happening right now. It's mutable.
Very mushy, very out of control, but very creative and constructive in finding solutions. Yeah.
Within all of this softness, there is a sort of truth, and there's a truth coming through. We have, the Queen of Swords here, and it has to do with the world stage and a project.
Don't
on the world
fret,
stage.
don't worry, and don't get mad.
Don't fret, don't worry, don't get mad.
Stay curious. Keep it playfully curious. Yeah. But realistic.
Yeah.
With distance. Big picture. And you would think that these drones above the tri-state area, that there would be a lot more footage than what is out there. That's the strange thing. We're seeing a lot of footage, but we're not seeing multiple versions of the same footage, which I find really odd. Yeah.
No, yeah, that is odd. There's only one footage of that drone that crashed on the highway.
There's only one version of 1,000 points of light coming through the clouds over New York City. I'm like, that looks scary, but I'm only seeing this one video. I don't buy it.
And we're from New York.
It's a fake.
Well, I don't know if it's fake.
It's a fake.
I don't know if it's fake, but we're from New York, and we know a lot of New Yorkers, and I haven't heard anything from it. I've been talking to my friends in Jersey. They're hearing rumors.
Yeah, and I've heard a few people say oh, we've seen drones, and I'm like, well, you've seen man-made drones with FAA regulated lights, and yeah, that's okay.
But
that's nothing new.
It could be the aliens mimicking our technology. If we, a back and forth, a softening. I'm still not taking that out of the possibility. But having such earthly, kind of energies here.
I think it's posturing on the world stage in a way.
This energy. And there's, I don't think an immediate response to, let's say, the assassination of that healthcare guy. I don't think it's an immediate response to the new Trump administration coming in. But things are moving fast.
Things are moving fast.
Things are moving really, really fast. Russia's collapsing. Syria's collapsed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of having this fantasy.
And when things happen quickly, people start getting very desperate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it.
So relax, take notes.
Caution.
Caution.
Turn the news off. Moderate.
I'm not sure how to read this guy here. I want it to be space aliens. Maybe it's not. But
I think that they exist for sure. But this doesn't have to be the alien invasion.
right.
It's not Independence Day yet.
Just one more. Okay, I'm just curious. All right, here's a fresh deck right here. All right. Is this one card? Space aliens.
You see, I say space aliens exist, but this might not be that.
Temperance.
Temperance. Yeah. No, that's the same message that we got from this spread.
Temperance, mixing of waters. This is a balancing. All right, it's a balancing of our psychological, spiritual, and celestial waters.
I'm not saying that aliens aren't mixed in with that.
Right.
I think that that's very possible. I think that there could be more UFO extraterrestrial activity kind of that's being cloaked by this activity.
Right. And so before we get off, I just want to talk real quickly about Cliff High. I don't know. I feel like Cliff High, I think he's just there to promote his own cryptocurrency, and I feel like it's a self-promotion. I would love to believe that he is like the secret software guru and knows everything that's happening behind the scenes, and it's very X-Files, but I'm very
he created
suspect.
software that reads trends on internet chatter.
Right.
Yeah. That's man-made. Think about it.
Yeah, don't put too much investment into Dear Cliff High, because I think that he's
Cliff High had a lot of predictions about COVID that did not come true. Just saying.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
We're going to leave it there. Thank you very much. We love you.
We love you. I hope it's space aliens take over the world. Goodbye.